Death Stranding 2 is officially revealed. Things get spooky on PS5 and we're finally getting glorious new plastic guitar controllers. I'm Ash Dixon and this is GINX News. The PlayStation State of Play unfolded last night, allowing us to feast our eyes on a load of goodies coming to PlayStation 5. And let's be honest, it was the 10-minute reveal trailer for Death Stranding 2 that stole the show. Its full official title is Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, which makes sense for those who've played the original. For everyone else, I'll say it again, it sounds like some kind of Dead or Alive volleyball spin-off, but that's obviously not what we're getting here. No, instead, we're getting something incredibly dark, weird, and wonderful. Now, as someone who didn't play the original Death Stranding, allow me to demonstrate the journey that I went through as I ventured through that 10-minute trailer. What the hell are those mask glove things? That does not look like an effective form of PPE. Oh, okay, a baby in the womb, clearly a Billie Eilish fan. Oh, and it coughed up a spaceship. Okay. Oh, everyone is just grey now. No explanation to why everyone is suddenly made out of clay? Sure. Oh, and now there's a strange talking puppet moving around at 8 frames per second, and everyone is just acting like this is completely normal. Does anything in this game make any sense? Surely it can't get any... Oh wait, okay. The villain is a mecha Joker that shreds on his deadly electric guitar. Good thing Samurai Robo-Hulk, who sounds like a baby, is here to save the day. And it was at this point that I said, okay, trying to use my brain is pretty redundant here. I just need to get on board. Now, the response in the office was pretty mixed. Some people felt like it was just a load of nonsense that just got the green light because of the unquestionable cult-like status of genius Hideo Kojima. As a creative though, I kind of dig it. Like the freedom you must have as a designer to just not have to explain any of your ideas. You can just be like, because it's cool, and you can use that as justification for literally anything. Why is there a friendly winged tar cap? Because it's cool. Why can the weird autonomous gloves light cigarettes? Because it's cool. Can that lead to things not feeling cohesive or even dumb? Sure, but in an era of gaming where it feels like we're getting endless rehashes of the same games and trends, it's refreshing having an experience that is just completely unpredictable. And that wasn't the only Kojima news. They also announced that he's working on a new action espionage game. I imagine every Metal Gear fan right now is emerging from their cardboard boxes like excitable Jack-in-the-Boxes. Super keen to hear your takes on Death Stranding 2 though. I'm curious how the comments might vary depending on who's played the original. Next up, one of the coolest looking games of the night was Judas. It's the first new game from Bioshock creator Ken Levine and his studio Ghost Story Games, although I don't need to tell you that because it very much looks like a Bioshock game. It seems to be set in some dystopian future where many of your memories and thoughts are not only recorded, but possibly implanted in your brain, and now this strange looking woman is here to set you free. It looks like it's riddled with all sorts of interesting guns and supernatural abilities, although sadly it won't be out until 2025. I've got to talk about Stellar Blade, the game designed for men comfortable with every female character looking like a silicon sex doll. Like, yeah, the action combat looks slick and fun, and the world looks like it could be interesting, but man, are the outfits jarring. And trust me, I ain't no prude, just watch yesterday's video, and women or anyone being able to express their sexuality without shame is a great thing, but that ain't what this is. How do I know that? Because, oh wow, look, all the male characters are fully clothed and kitted out. And, oh wow, look, here's another ambiguously young looking female character. Is she 14 or 24? Either way, her boobs jiggle when she's standing completely still. Like, the main protagonist's outfits just get more and more skimpy throughout the trailer to the point of parody, and I know I'm gonna get flack for my take on this one, and you're free to disagree with me, but hey, I'm also willing to bet that the vast majority of that flack will come from one particular gender, and that kind of says it all, doesn't it? I'm also waiting for the comments from the anon profiles with waifu pictures that say things like, I'm a woman and I think this, and I'm like, yeah, sure you are, bro, sure you are. The State of Play also had a ton of goodies for the horror fans out there. A new Metroid VR game was announced, and honestly, bring a few changes of underwear when you play that. It looks to have a level of fidelity and polish that could knock Half-Life Alyx off of its VR throne, and in general, it's just nice to see a new Metro game. A new Silent Hill game was also shadow dropped. Silent Hill: The Short Message is a new short horror experience that is free to play right now, and it seems they finally listened to all the people It seems to explore some pretty heavy topics around mental health and suicide, so it's worth noting that if you ain't in the best headspace right now. But either way, it looks like it has some serious horrifying potential. And for the old school fans, they've announced a remake of Silent Hill 2, so wins all round. There was plenty more announced, but we only have so much time. So what did you think of the State of Play, and how would you compare it to Xbox's earlier Direct? Let us know in the comments. Now that all of that PlayStation news is out of the way, let's have a slick quickfire round. First up, the brand new Rock Band / Fortnite Festival guitar controllers have finally been revealed. Made by PDP, there's both PlayStation and Xbox variants, the latter of which will likely be compatible with PC, going by their other controllers. You've got your standard 5-color buttons, as well as another set higher up on the fretboard for when you want to shred those solos. They're wireless with a tasty 3.5mm headphone jack, and there's even a handy analog stick tucked away behind the headstock. And man, is this a sight for sore eyes for us Guitar Hero fans. Functioning old Guitar Hero controllers are like gold dust these days, and they are also painfully expensive. Hopefully this is a sign of a renaissance in music games. I want to also quickly touch on Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, because the first couple of reviews have trickled in and it's looking very interesting. Now, I know the trend is going to be to on this game, whether it's good or not. There's going to be a bunch of YouTubers jumping on the bandwagon to get those clicks. But what's intriguing is the two reviews vary wildly. VGC gave it an 80, calling it a much better game than they expected, while Keen Gamer gave it a 55, saying it ultimately falls flat. So man, it's really up in the air at this point, and I'm excited to see the general consensus when more reviews flood in and the dust settles. Last but not least, surprise surprise, Palworld continues to be an unprecedented success. We've now had the Xbox numbers, and a whopping 7 million people have played it. I imagine basically all of those are from Game Pass, but meanwhile on Steam they've now sold 12 million copies. So yeah, they're just rolling in all the money. And that's the show. Please subscribe to help me fulfill my teenage dream of being a successful YouTuber. Check out yesterday's spicy video somewhere around here, and we'll see you tomorrow.